What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Crackpack server. When we left off in the last episode, we had delved briefly into the Mariculture mod, which is very in-depth and there's a lot to it. Let's see here. I'm still getting the hang of how all this stuff works. I don't think we're at a fish tank just yet. But we made a sifter. We have the fishing rods and things of that nature. So there's a few things that we need to do. A, we're going to have to focus on upgrading our fishing rod, first of all. B, we have an analyzer, but we're going to need a fish feeder in order to actually get the fish to produce stuff, which is ultimately what we're going for. So for fish feeder, we need 2 fish, chest, and it looks like nets. I'm not sure. Fish feeder is the main block used for fish breeding. It's where you will place your fish and where they should spend most of their lives working away. Fish feeders, the more water they have surrounding them, the larger the tank is considered and the more fish food they can store. Okay. Fish feeder will accept most of the upgrades except for the capacitor and the hyperkinetic upgrades. Storage upgrades will increase how much fish food you can store, yada 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 yada. This does not increase the tank size. Heating and cooling upgrades will adjust the temperatures of the water depending on what you want. What kind of fish you're looking for. The salinator upgrades will change whether it's saltwater or freshwater. Ethereal upgrades will allow the fish to live in other dimensions. The purity upgrades will extend the life of your fish, causing them to live longer. While impurity will hurt the poor... Their lives in the feeder out for longer. While impurity will hurt the poor fish, causing them to die quicker. Okay, so you use impurity if you're just trying to breed to get to a specific kind, and then the eternal upgrades will keep the fish alive indefinitely. I'm kind of planning on making an eternal upgrade once we get something that creates the ender pearls, which is ultimately my goal for this. We're going to need a hatchery at some point as well, or an incubator, or both, or whatever. Okay. So now that the crash course is over, let's see in the NEI what we can come up with. Blacksmith's assistant. That's different. Not what I was looking for. We have an automatic fisher, which we're going to set up. But first, let's grab a stack of dirt. And this is how you're supposed to get bait. So what you can do is you can look up the bait. I don't know if I covered this in the last episode, so we're going to cover it again. So there's a few different kinds of bait. We've got worm, which, yeah, I did cover this. You can get it from dirt, apples. The ants are from dirt or grass. Maggots are from zombie brains, or zombie flesh, or heads, as well as some other things. The grasshopper one comes from saplings and flowers, I believe. I don't know what else it comes from. Looks like leaves. Oh, grass block. It'll come from grass blocks, or it can. And the bees come from flowers. And so there's that. So for now, let me go ahead and sleep again because I'm trying to charge up my power cells, so we want to optimize the daytime. So what we're doing here is, from what I understand, it'll take a full stack of whatever you have. If you right-click... Oh, no, I guess they changed it. Okay. So we're getting lots of ants and worms as per the expected. And then we'll grab some zombie flesh and sift through it to see if we can get some of the maggot ones. Because for the most part, those are kind of seem to be the best source of bait. That's zombie brains. Oh, is it rotten flesh? Yes, okay. So let's just take half of that for now, because we don't need a ton of bait at the moment. Okay, so we got some maggot bait. So that's how you get bait, is you sift through it. Now, once you have the bait... Oh, I just instinctively thought I had a pickaxe there for a second. Do I have one already made? I have a stone one. That'll do for what we're trying to do. And it is important to note that when you're manually fishing, it's going to take whatever bait is next to it. So while this one can use ant bread or grasshopper, if I put this next to it, it won't work. And that's because it doesn't have the right kind of bait. So that's important to note if you're going to do this yourself. So what we want to do here is... I'm trying to figure out where the best location would be to put it. Actually, truth be told, I'm not really sure I want to tie it to the main power grid. So let's put it over here. And I know that I'm saying it and you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be placing down the fisher. The automatic fisher, which we have here. And I didn't understand how this worked enough before, but now that I kind of have a grasp of what's going on, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so I need... I feel like I had an infinite... Oh yeah, I do, right there. I'm here all week. Okay, so you have to put that over water. And then we can put a fishing rod in here, missing bait. So we're going to put the ant bait in there. Now you'll notice nothing's happening is because we don't have any redstone. Automatically ejects items. Auto eject is disabled. I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it kicking things out for now. Just for now. So now what we need to do... I thought I had a generator, but I guess I don't. Okay. So what I need to do now is look up... I want a simple generator, something that's not... Like, there is the solar one and stuff, but that's a little crazy. Survivalist, I forget what that runs on. Furnace, I'm actually looking for... Culinary. That's the one that I actually want. Okay. So for the culinary, we're gonna need furnace, redstone, piston. Okay, let's go with this first. So we need cobble. Hold on a minute. Okay, so we got this squared away, which is the stone, piston, furnace, redstone. Blah, 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 blah. So we got a survivalist generator. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of that. And we're going to put that there, furnace there, and it makes a culinary generator. Now, if any of you haven't seen my older crack pack, or maybe it was either crack pack or Attack of the B Team, I forget. But we started that with, or I started it out with using these generators all the time because they're quick and simple and easy to make. They have power. You basically just put the food... That's right, the pumpkins don't count as food. I don't remember if wheat does directly. No, it does not. But it'll take bread, and carrots are usually one of the easiest sources to get. It doesn't make, like, a ton of power or anything. But right now, for the moment, I don't really want it connected... missing RF. So I think it's consuming more than... Okay, there it goes. It's consuming more than it's making at the moment. 20,000. That's not that bad. So I may end up using... I may end up using a different power source at some point, but for now that's fine. It'll give us time to work on some other stuff. So let's go ahead and make this our fishing box. It'll be like our tackle box. Okay. And there we go, there we go. Good. Wait, how do I have more bread? Did I not put... Whatever. I don't know. Anyways, so the next step that we need is a... Let's see if I can recognize it just by looking at it. A fish feeder. Which it requires any raw fish on the top, I think, chest and wicker, which is sugarcane and sticks. I don't actually think I have a good source of sugarcane. So I might need to make a good source. Do I have sand? I do. And what is it? Sand next to water, I think, is the system for doing that. Dude! What the heck are you doing in my house? Yeah. Okay. So and the other benefit to that system there, doing things with the... We don't necessarily need to do that, I guess. Doing the thing with the... Speaking words. Words are hard. The generator. That's the word I was looking for. Instead of just doing a... Man, I'm having to talk so slow because I'm like trying to make sure I do all this right. Instead of just doing a... Connecting it to the power grid is where I'm going with this. What that essentially lets us do is it also allows us to easily power it at night as well. So that we don't have an issue with, say, like the night fish that need to be at a certain time. Now, we do have a temperature issue that you're supposed to catch the night fish at a certain time. Which... It's at the end or at night, or not time, degrees, within negative 10 to 66 degrees Celsius. Ah, dang nabbit. Stop it! Close the door. There we go. So, I think the auto fisher might have... It does have upgrade slots. Yeah, I might have to tie it into the grid. This is taking forever. Or maybe not tied into the grid. I might be able to just pull this. Where's my wrench? Do I not have a wrench anymore? How did I lose my wrench? I thought it was hanging up on that tool rack. Nope, don't have a crescent hammer anymore. Dang nabbit. Must have been in that stuff that I lost. I don't know. I really don't remember losing this thing. Iron and tin. That's so random. Okay. Give me this. I know that the bottom will power it. So this is a good idea on paper, but it doesn't really work. So we'll just put this away somewhere. Okay, how much is it consuming? Wait a minute. Oh, I had it tied into the back. Okay. That's the problem. There we go. That'll probably crank down pretty quick. Now, the only downside is it basically turns off all of this. Ooh. Let's this store up, though. So I can't access my bigger storage unit. That kind of sucks. Might not be the smart... Wait. I'm lagging. I'm getting some... Yeah, everything's lagging now. Great. Okay, so one unfortunate thing is apparently you cannot bone meal reeds. I really thought you could, but I guess you can't. You know what, though? A thought occurs to me. I'll sacrifice one of these. Get these out of my inventory. Nobody wants them. I did find out something rather interesting. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, in the Mariculture mod, the best fishing rod there is this lovely... Where can I find it? Wait, what is this? Bound fishing rod? No, that's not it. The RF one. You gotta be kidding me with this. Really? Really? I gotta put a door on this portal or something. Just no. Bad. Bad baby zombie. Hold on. Okay, baby zombie is no more. But so this, where'd it go? Redstone, flux, fishing rod's kind of the best one you can have. It uses any bait, uses charge, so it never runs out of ability, blah, blah, blah. But it needs a lot of titanium. You can get titanium from Galacticraft or Mariculture, or there's something else. Is there? No, I guess it's just those two, and then that one's iron. Same with the rods. You need these polished tool rods, which you need titanium, which is like sticks soaked in molten titanium, blah, blah, blah. Well, when you use the NEI, both of which tell you that you have to get it from these, like, certain, not crafting, what am I thinking of? Certain ores is where I'm going with that. But I found a nifty little workaround, which is TI, titanium chemical. You need 16 to make 1 bar. Now, the interesting part is when you put bone meal in a, what is this called? Decomposer, you get titanium dioxide, which, as the name would imply, it's 1 titanium, 2 oxygen. So, if you can get bone meal, you can get titanium dioxide. Now, there's another solution to that as well. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. This one. And that is, if we go through the list here, wool! 60% chance of dropping titanium dioxide and glycine, which I don't remember exactly what that would be used for, but wool, titanium, wool, sheep farm, wool, infinite titanium, profit. I've never used that term before, ever, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. So, sucrose. That's a lot of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Whoa. Mr. Lag here. Okay, so that might not be as good of a solution as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of expecting that to be like a, yay, we don't have to, ooh. If we had raspberry bushes, we could get 2 of these. Wait, I have raspberry bushes. Don't I? Oh, crap. Okay, so that was confusing. Anywho, so we have found a couple of chemical ways to get to sugarcane as well as ultimately titanium. We just need to find some sheep. I did put out a few. I have like 5. You can see them in there. Oreberry bushes. I also found some essence berry bushes, which don't work very fast, but it might pose a good solution to our XP problem. So I know we've kind of gone all over the place this episode, not really explaining a whole lot of what's going on, but I ran into a few resource problems, if that wasn't already clear, that we need to make this fish feeder thingy-majigger, wherever it went. It went somewhere. There it is. And I can't make these without sugarcane, and I can't make sugarcane without, well, you know, stuff. So it kind of turned into a process of acquiring the items in question. But when you make a fish feeder, we're going to have to chart out an area that will allow us the room that we need in terms of water. Now, for the starting one, we may just throw it out in the ocean somewhere. Eventually, what I'd like to do is have all this kind of crap down here in Le Base. So this is the tree farm, obviously, but I'd like to separate the areas, like maybe make this section fish, or this section fish. And what was the other thing that I was just thinking of doing under, oh, like sheep farm. We could put like sheep over there, fish over there, you know, whatever. I'll probably need to sit down at some point and just do some grind work off camera and chop these trees down, get a lot of wood planks and slabs, and just flatten this all out and set it all up. Hopefully we'll be able to do that in between this and next episode. Because obviously we've got water and stuff. I'm not really worried about the water. Actually, it almost looks like there's stone down there that my quarry missed because of oil. Or is that obsidian? I don't know. This looks like oil. Well, this is interesting. I don't have a jetpack now. Oh, I can morph. Never mind. I'm good. We're good. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. Yeah, it missed a couple sections, so apparently I can't go through oil. That's odd. Very strange. Yeah, look at this. That's so weird. But so anyways, on that random note, so we'll need to make a fish feeder. I did pull the auto fisher out just because it wasn't going very quickly. And right now I don't have the power reserves to just mess around with it and not really, and just let it eat up power, basically. So what we're basically going to need to do is to just do some fishing. I'll probably do that off camera like I mentioned before. And that will get us the raw fish that we need, and then we can turn that fish into fish food. I'll go over that hopefully next time when we actually have some fisher to use, and we'll basically just be setting up how to breed the fish, and so we can get ultimately to our nice little ender pearl guy. I don't think we're in the right temperatures to get a night fish, even though it's at night. But yeah, so I apologize a little bit for this not being exactly as productive as I wanted it to be. I really thought I had everything that I need, and apparently I do not. So what I'm going to try... dang nabbit! Okay, so I don't really know why my server, or my client keeps crashing, but that's getting annoying. Anyways, somewhere between now and the next episode, I'm hoping to get some grind work done. And I'd like to get at least 2 sheepies going to work on getting to a titanium fishing rod, which would be awesome. So yeah, those are kind of the goals in mind. Is we're going to need to make a fish feeder, get some fish, whether through the auto or manual fishing, set up an area where we can start breeding the fish, and hopefully in the next episode we'll be a bit more set up for that and can get that show on the road. So I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace!